Earlier today, I was scrolling on Twitter and I saw my girl Laughing. Shout out to Laughing. She had put up a poll and she said, which album is better? So it was Let God Sort 'Em Out and Everything Is a Lot on the poll. And it looks like 134 people voted. And of the 134, 95.5 said that Let's Sort 'Em Out is the better album. 4.5% said Everything Is a Lot is the better album. And I was curious why was she putting up a poll? And so I asked, like, is this a debate? Not asking, like, are people really debating which album is better, but like this was a conversation that was happening right now. Oh, excuse me. And then she responded with this video. So I'm going to play this video.
Is Wale blackballed?
No.
What the f is going on with Wale in 2026, 2025? And he haven't won an award since like that. I never a long time ago is when it was.
I don't know what's going on with that. I know he was there at the awards. He was nominated for
Best Rap Album.
And I don't know. I forgot who won.
Clipse
won the Best Rap Album. I don't think he's blackballed. No.
Something because we got list dropping of.
Oh, you're saying there's a conspiracy?
I think there's a conspiracy against Wale that he don't know about.
Like
he's not in on the joke. A lot of people give Wale flack for the way that he crashed out on the timeline, but when you start really paying attention.
Yeah, they do be having that. I think for me, it's just different because I don't really expect much from people or humans. I don't expect acknowledgement. So I can't put that on him.
He told a story where they told him, you're going to win this award, came and whispered to him and said, be sitting here at this time. And then they gave the award to somebody else. Then called him later and said, are bad. He told it on Joe Budden recently.
It's crazy. I don't know. I don't remember that. What other? Oh, that's it. We're done with the awards.
Grammys is next.
Everything else qualifies for this year's Grammy. So I know he's going to be nominated. It's no way that he can't be nominated for Best Rap Album. Now, if he don't get nominated, that's insane.
Nominations. Wale deserves to win something.
I agree with you. I don't know. Oh, there's three.
Something is going on.
There got to be three categories that he will qualify for at this point, right? Best Year, Best Rap Album, and then Best Male Performance. So we'll see if he.
Wale dropped the best album of his career. Something is going on.
I don't have anything to dispute that. I don't know what's going on. I'm definitely.
Okay. So that's the clip. Shout out to Gina Views and DJ Head. So I was curious as to why that was a conversation, but it's the conversation because Gina Views, I'm assuming she brought it up on Effective immediately. And the question is Wale being blackballed? And she made several points as to why she believes he's blackballed. First, she said that he hasn't won anything since his song with Rihanna for Bad. She then said, she mentioned the story that Wale told on the Joe Budden podcast, which I personally already debunked, in that Wale has terrible management. And I'm trying to go into this with gentle hands because me and Wale already don't get along. And I'm not trying to come off, I'm trying to beat a dead horse or some shit. But it's like, this is pathetic. I'm sorry. This is pathetic to me because, first of all, no one deserves anything. You have to have the better album. You don't just deserve shit just because you're Wale. You don't just deserve shit because you haven't won in a while. If you did not put out the better album, you're not going to win. And I know sometimes there are politics, right? There's definitely politics at these award shows at times. We see it all the time, especially at the Grammys when it comes to the big categories, the main categories, the album of the year categories, the song of the year categories, and stuff like that. We do see that politics can sometimes play a part. But there was no politics in this. There was no politics in the Clipse winning Best Rap Album over. Wale was not going to win Best Rap Album over the Clipse. I'm sorry. He just wasn't in. And I am someone who believes Wale deserves an Album of the Year nomination at the Grammys. And I'm not even talking about just the Best Rap category. I'm talking about in the overall category because I think Wale put out a great album. However, he unfortunately released an album during a period where Let God Sort 'Em Out came out. And that album was better. That's just what the truth is. There's no fucking conspiracy. Wale released his album, I believe, towards the end of 2025. So there was a list that B-Dot made. I'm not sure if it's best rappers list or best rap albums list that just came out in 2026. And Wale wasn't on the list. And people were like, well, why wasn't Wale on the list? Because he released an album, and it's like, y'all are not about to have me defending B-Dot. Because Wale was on B-Dot's list last year in 2025 when he released an album. I think he was in the top 5 or the top 10 on the list. This year he wasn't on the list, and B-Dot claims he's not on the list this year because he hasn't released anything this year. So again, this shit isn't a conspiracy. And then for her, this is what I hate about journalism or pretend journalists, because y'all don't actually do your fucking research. She's mentioning that Wale got a phone call and said that this you're gonna win an award, and then we're not gonna give it to you, we're gonna give it to somebody else. First of all, what I don't like about her bringing this up is the fact that you didn't mention who the so-called award went to, and you didn't mention it because who you were talking to. You're talking to DJ Head. That's why you didn't mention Kendrick's name, because that's who Wale assumed took his award. But because Wale has terrible management, nobody did their fucking job. For 10 whole years, Wale was walking around believing that he won an award, and then it wasn't given to him and it was given to Kendrick Lamar. This is what pisses me off about you so-called motherfucking journalists. Y'all be on these huge platforms, get these huge opportunities, and you never know what the fuck you're talking about. This is what's annoying. I'm not even sure when this clip came out, but it's recent because it's after the BET Awards. They're talking about the BET Awards. And the BET Awards was just the end of June, and we're in July right now. So I'm not sure when this clip actually came out, but it's recent, at least. There's no fucking conspiracy. This man is not being blackballed. He just lost. And people aren't just going to give you fucking awards just because you haven't won in a long time. Put out the better fucking album. It's really that simple. Your album wasn't better than the Clipse. And I say this thinking you deserve a Grammy nomination for Album of the Year. Just like the Clipse got a nomination for Album of the Year. They deserved Album of the Year. Wale, there's no way you really thought on this God's green earth that Everything Is a Lot was going to be an album that was just nominated for Album of the Year at the fucking Grammys. There's no way in hell you really thought you were going to win. Wale, they didn't even put you in the fucking best male artist category, which doesn't make sense to me, which is stupid, because why would you put him in Album of the Year category and don't acknowledge him in the best male category? That just didn't make sense. But I just want people to just use fucking logic. And it's like nobody wants to use logic. They just want to be victims all the fucking time. You're not a fucking victim. Niggas is not being blackballed. Niggas just aren't making good enough music. And it's just that simple. It is really just that simple. Because, okay, Wale hasn't won an award since Bad, is what she said, right? My thing is, if you look at the landscape of music that Wale was going up against, who was he supposed to win over? Kendrick was outside. Drake was outside. J. Cole was outside, even though that nigga wasn't winning no awards. But all of these people were outside. What songs was Wale putting out that were better? I just can't call it, personally. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. People were tweeting he should have won because he showed up and Clipse wasn't there because they were on tour. You see how stupid people are? You see how dumb people are? It's never the material with people. It's always about, oh, I like this person, so I'm going to vote for them. Not, oh, they had the better album. They had the better single. They had the better success. They had the better critical acclaim. They had the better reach. It's never none of that. It's always, who do I like today? Whoever I like today is who I'm going to pick. Who showed up today? So you're going to penalize the Clipse because they had a prior engagement to the day that the awards was announced? How does that make sense? I don't know. People just be ridiculous. People are just ridiculous. He thought he would win because Gina told him. I don't be knowing. And it's nothing wrong with confidence. It's nothing wrong with believing in yourself. But it's like the same thing with Jid. Jid, you were really at the awards and you thought you would win over GNX. You thought you were gonna beat GNX. You thought you were gonna beat Let God Sort Them Out. You thought you were gonna beat Chromacopia. People were actually shocked you were even nominated. The audacity to think you actually had a chance to win. What is going on? Gina definitely carries the Wale. Oh, that's what that is? Oh, she loves Wale. That's what that is. Okay, it makes sense now. It makes sense now. It makes sense now. I don't like how folks started to turn on the Clipse now. That shit is corny. That's what happened when niggas win. When you start winning enough, niggas begin to hate you and niggas begin to resent you. People love rooting for the underdog because they feel equal. They feel like y'all are on the same playing field. So it's easy to root for you because they feel like they're rooting for themselves. But once you win and they don't win, they begin to hate you. They don't fuck with you no more at that point. And that's what this shit be. That's what this shit be. Wale hasn't won anything since Bad. So what does that mean? You are just supposed to give him an award just to give him an award? No, that's not how this works. I don't understand. I don't. Gina is to Wale like Elle is to Lupe. Oh, you know what? Let me get off this subject there. There's no reason to even talk about this. That I had no idea she was a Wale stan like that. I knew she was a Drake stan. I had no idea she was a Wale stan. So it makes sense why she's saying these things with no actual logic. She's just being delusional. Makes sense. Gotcha. But again, shout out to Wale, man. I think he deserves a nomination for Album of the Year at the Grammys. But on no day in this instance was he going to beat Let God Sort Them Out, an album that it was actually nominated for Album of the Year at the Grammys. And I'm not even talking about just rap category. They were nominated in the big category. Okay? Anyway. You showed on the stream once that Clipse didn't win shit until now. 2 left my ass up where they blackballed 2 from 2002 to 2009. People just ridiculous. But shout out to Wale. Wale, if you see this video, I do not want to fight. So don't come cursing me out, nigga. I'm tired of you cursing me out. I've had enough. I've had a fucking enough of you. Okay?